Welcome. My name is Lindley Schutz. I'm Associate Head of School and Dean of Academics, and I'm here with my colleagues to talk with you today about the guidelines for course selection. I'd love to introduce you to my colleagues who are going to be helping us with this session.
Thank you, Lindley. I'm Judy Reynolds, Academic Administrator and Coordinator of the course selection process.
Hi, I'm Becca Kozakowski, the Director of College Counseling.
And we're here to share with you some tips and guidelines for the course selection process. During this year's course request process for rising 9th and 12th graders, those who will be in the upper school next year, you will learn about the best ways to help your students build a balanced list of course requests. Please take the time to listen to the recording and to use the upper school curriculum guide and other materials posted on the Parent Resource Board in MSA to guide your selection. This year, rather than the school sending course recommendations, students will work with their current teachers, advisors, and families to request courses. Advisors and teachers will guide students to select courses that inspire learning, enable students to succeed in managing homework and assessments, and a schedule that balances those experiences that you pursue outside of the academic day, such as athletics, internships, and services. If families would like advice about which course to take, their current teachers and advisors can guide them. Here are some specific criteria and guidelines that you can use as you move through this process. First, Derryfield offers 140 courses across the discipline. Our graduation requirements, which you will find in the opening pages of the Upper School Curriculum Guide, connect students with critical academic foundations and suggest the choices that they can pursue to cultivate interest and passion pursuits. These choices necessitate thoughtful planning for the next 4 years. And now Becca's going to talk with you about some other specific guidelines and criteria.
As your students map out courses, please consider these steps. From the Upper School Curriculum Guide, you can learn about the skills, topics, research, and major learning experiences offered in each course. Please select courses that cultivate areas of interest and your passion pursuits. A trimester elective or a year-long course in an area you are curious about might open new pathways. Please also choose appropriate challenges. Working with your advisor, select a course schedule that offers growth and balance. Please balance course demands with co-curricular activities. Be mindful that your academic commitments leave ample space for your passion pursuits outside of the classroom. Athletics, activities, service, jobs, and internships are important. They help you identify and experience how you want to impact and serve the world around you. Also, while choosing courses, please consider the time you will need to do your homework after returning home late after sports, theater, and other school commitments. Think about your plans for college and beyond. Learn about the entrance criteria of colleges that further your future pathways. And remember, at Derryfield, we suggest that students carry the 5 core courses each year. A standard program of study for grades 9 through 12 follow the following 5, including 5 required courses in addition to lead and exploration courses. For each grade level, we recommend a program of study, and we will share with you the common course offerings for each grade level. Please note that a student not need take 6 courses during grade 9 in order to fulfill requirements for graduation. Students and guardians can use the curriculum guide and all other course registration materials found in MSA. We will also share links with you via nuts and bolts. Advisors are also a great resource to help with this. Sometimes in the 10th grade, students find they are stepping up in extracurricular commitments. Please keep this in mind as you make your course selections. Juniors and seniors often play leadership roles and carry a more rigorous course load in traditional as well as honors and AT courses. Students should consider maintaining the same level of rigor as they have in previous years or consider increasing the level of rigor if appropriate. Students should enroll in the 5 core courses. As a senior, students should consider maintaining the same level of rigor as they have in previous years while enrolling in the 5 core courses. This is also a good time to consider exploring in greater depth courses or disciplines of interest. Please also remember to balance course demands with co-curricular activities. Judy, can you please explain a little bit more in depth the difference between traditional courses, AT, and honors classes?
Yes, thank you, Becca. I'd be happy to. Within that program, students can also choose from traditional, honors, and advanced topics courses. Honors and AT courses often have prerequisites. Traditional courses. Traditional courses represent the next set of skills in conceptual thinking in a course sequence. For example, those who take 8th grade science would step into biology in 9th grade. Those in English 5 and 10th grade would step into American literature in 11th grade. Designed to inspire, provide foundational skills, traditional courses give students choices for when to go deeper. Many students new to Derryfield report that our traditional courses have a general tenor of being advanced in that they move at a more rapid pace and assign greater volume of independent work. Traditional courses require an average of 30 minutes of homework in preparation for the next class. For some students, this might mean 15 minutes. For others, an hour or more, depending on individual skills in reading, computation, and other skills. Preparing for a test or writing a paper might also take more time than the usual allotted time. If a student were to take all traditional courses, including a 6th course, they might count on an average of 2 hours or more of homework per day. Honors courses. Students in honors courses have a genuine interest in the subject, independent initiative to launch and complete assignments. Students are able to balance multiple assignments within and across disciplines and have resilience when faced with challenges. Teachers provide less scaffolding for new skills in honors courses. So how do students know they are ready for these courses? They meet deadlines consistently and their grades suggest consistent proficiency in learning. Why is this important? The learning in honors courses moves at a faster pace and with increased volume. When students fall behind, there is a cascade effect. Students in honors courses seek timely extra help and integrate feedback. Honors courses require an average of 45 minutes of homework in preparation for the next class. For some students, this might mean 30 minutes. For others, an hour and 15 minutes or more, depending on individual skills and conceptual understanding. Preparing for a test or writing a paper or project might also take more time than the usual allotted time. If a student were to take 2 honors courses in addition to 4 traditional courses, they might count on an average of 2 to 3 hours of homework per day. Advanced topics or AT courses. AT courses are culminating college-level interdisciplinary courses in all disciplines for juniors and seniors, and in some cases, 10th graders. The Honors and Advanced Topics Course Criteria at Derryfield document offers a description of the skills and foundations to be successful in these courses. AT courses require a gold standard project and independent research on real-world issues with experts in the field. The conceptual learning in AT courses moves rapidly and requires a greater commitment of time outside of class. AT students often meet in study groups, meet consistently with the teacher during academic block, and devote collaborative time during free blocks and weekends to do the gold standard projects. AT courses require an average of 60 minutes of homework in preparation for the next class. For some students, this might mean 45 minutes. For others, an hour and a half or more, depending on individual skills and conceptual understanding. Because of the substantial commitment, the majority of our students typically take 1 or 2 AT courses. Now, Lindley will share some thoughts on the difference between traditional and advanced courses.
How do you know when it's a good time to pursue the traditional, advanced, or a traditional honors or advanced topic course? Some things to really consider and think about deeply are: what gives you joy? What is rewarding to you? How do these courses further your goals and growing interest for college and beyond? Consider your past experience in the discipline. How have you managed homework and the conceptual learning in this discipline in the past? Reflect too on your readiness for advanced topics using the document that Senora Reynolds mentioned, the Honors and Advanced Topic Course Criteria at Derryfield. Consider too how your athletics, arts, service, and job commitments in and out of school will impact your ability to manage your academics. And finally, and this is really important and not to be underestimated, consider how your academics and extracurriculars will impact the time that you have with family and friends and rest. You want to feel rejuvenated and excited as you dive into all of these different commitments. And now Judy will talk with us about some important deadlines.
Thank you, Lindley. So looking at an overview of some upcoming deadlines and steps, this week, the week of January 30th, we will be having our teachers describe in detail course selections for next year in their particular disciplines. We'll be working in class, talking to students about some good next steps in terms of course selection for that particular level, grade level, or discipline. On January 31st, and during advisory, students will be completing a student reflection. This is a really holistic sort of required form, if you will, but the students are going to reflect upon their year and what they're looking forward to taking next year. On February 14th, students will enter course requests into MSA. This is very similar to what we did last year. Students will work with advisors, teachers, and others to shape their course requests. Prior to February 14th, we will be taking time in advisory to check in. Perhaps students will meet individually with teachers and advisors to have those important conversations. On March 6th, our parent advisor conference, we will be discussing your students' course requests and an outcome from some faculty review of these requests. And on March 10th, students will make some final changes to any, their course selections in My School app, and parents will receive an email directing you to log into MSA to sign off on a course selection approval form. So now I'd like to share what now and where do you go for some more resources. If you go to the resource tab in MSA, you will see a course selection logo. Within that document tab, you will find the curriculum guide. We really are inviting students and families to really delve deeply into this document, which gives an amazing overview of course offerings and graduation requirements. And it's a very helpful resource that we invite you to read with your student and as they select their courses. There are other resources you can see here. A lot of these resources are simply resources that you and your student can sit down and use to facilitate the course request process. Unlike in previous years, you won't be turning in these documents. They're really just worksheets and guidelines for you. So at the end of the day, yeah, Lindley. Yeah.
I was just going to add too, I think please take some time if you are the parent or a student in a rising junior or senior class to check out the fantastic courses that are offered through MSON, the Malone School Online Network. Our Malone partners offer courses that are often of interest at the high level in mathematics, economics, psychology, the humanities, and world language.
Thank you, Lynn. And lastly, whom to call, for guidance in which course to take next year. Students can begin with their current teacher, their advisor, also a department chair. Students may pursue these conversations independently or with parents and guardians. Please email teachers and advisors and department chairs with questions and time to talk. On February 7th and February 8th, Lindley and Becca will be also available via Zoom to answer questions. Students may join as well. And lastly, we'll be sending links to both the presentation today as well as a presentation with a little bit more detail for you to follow as a guideline. I think the bottom line is we want you to know that we're here. We're excited to help your students as they embark upon their course selections for next year. Please reach out to me, Lindley, or Becca. And if we need to point you in a different direction, we'll be happy to do so. So thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for all you'll do to help support your students as they go through the course request process. And
Thank you for joining us.
Thank
And we're
you.
available as needed. Thanks so much.
thanks so much.